Testimony from Isabelle in North America. Put your hands together for her as she climbs up the stage. Do you feel the power of God in the church today? So tell us your name and what your testimony is about.
Hi, my name is Isabelle. I'm from FirstLove Bay Area in California. And my testimony is about how God has completely transformed my life and saved me through the ministry of prophet. So before I was saved, I really liked to party. So I used to go out to New York City, like go to the bars and the clubs, and I was drinking a lot. I was doing drugs, like drugs to keep me up to party, then to help me go to sleep at night. I was living in sin. I was in a worldly relationship for 4 years, and all these things I was doing every weekend. I had no real concern about where I was going after I died or what I was doing with my life, until one day I went on Instagram, on social media, and I saw a flyer for the Who is Jesus event last November that Prophet had. And like, for some reason, I didn't even want to respond to it. Like, I didn't want to know who Jesus was, but I found myself typing, like, what is this? And so it was my shepherd now who sent me the information on the Who is Jesus event. And it was like, I didn't want to go. Like, she sent me a Zoom link to go to the church service online that we had in New Jersey. And it was like, I didn't want to go, but for some reason I found myself clicking the link. And after a night of partying on Saturday night, I came back early for some reason to click the link and go on the Zoom service. And on that service, I gave my life to Christ. And that was the only service. That was the only service that I came to alone. From then on, I had realized that, like, wow, heaven and hell are real. And I started calling all my friends and, like, witnessing to them and trying to bring them to church and stuff. And they're like, wait, but last weekend you were just partying with us. And I was really trying to bring everyone along just because I realized that, no, now it's on me, that I have this knowledge that heaven and hell are real, so it's like I have to tell someone.
Wow.
And so then my shepherd sent me the camp Ready at 20. And after I watched Ready at 20 and Prophet was asking people all the things that they've done by 20 years old, and I was like, I've done all these things and more probably. So I realized that, no, I can actually do something for God by past 20 years old. I can actually do something to bring people to Jesus and bring people to church. And from then on, I just became so convicted. And like, I was even trying to like witness to my family and like anyone that I came in contact with on social media or anything. And everyone thought I was crazy because they were like, 2 weeks ago, you were just doing something completely different. But within two weeks, I stopped doing drugs. I stopped drinking. I broke up with my boyfriend, and I just got rid of my entire past life by the grace of God. Yeah, and within like about a month later, my shepherd had told me about what it means to be a shepherd, like to be a bacenta leader, and she told me that I could actually be a bacenta leader and work for God. And so I became a bacenta leader, and now I'm trying my best to be a good Christian.
Within about 6 weeks of giving your life to Christ.
Yes, please.
Wow.
Yeah. So in a matter of weeks, after just hearing Prophet, after giving my life to Christ, after watching one of his camps, it was like my life had completely transformed. Like the old Isabelle had completely passed away. Like I just didn't care about the old things anymore, and I wanted to have a new life.
Yeah, amen. Oh, I thought you put your hands together for Jesus. Yeah, amen. And what would you want to say to everyone who's listening to you? Yeah.
What I would like to say to everyone is that I didn't know that all the problems that I had in life, all the things that I had difficulty with, all the things that I was struggling with, all the sin that I was committing, it was all it was all the result of sin. Like, Jesus was the only answer that could solve all of my problems. And I just want to thank Prophet so much for his ministry and being able to reach people all around the world and people of all different kinds, because I never would have been saved if it wasn't for you, Prophet. And so I want to thank you so much.
Yes, amen. So God bless you so much. And we have our final testimony.